Welcome to our viewers once again. We are back to the interview with the great man Banonie Mwale from the Banonie Mwale Foundation. And he's down from Malawi and he's right here in Dubai but doing great things back home. And we'll proceed right on from here. We'll have him tell us more and more about himself. So Banonie, how many years has this move taken?
It was since 2010, as I say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and up to now. And from 2010, we were having some challenges. I mean, in terms of we didn't have a school block, so we were using a church block.
Just before you proceed, you mean, okay, currently you have a school in place?
Yes, currently we have school in place, and the children, they're going to school now.
Wow, what an amazement. How old are you, Banonie?
I can say I'm 32.
32, and he has already a school block in place. Youth, what have you done to your community? Quite a challenge, right? If you'd ask me, I'll pass that. So let's move to the next question. So tell us more about your school. That's the most interesting part, because I've been on Facebook, I've been on the websites, I'm hearing a lot about this school, and I've seen you were saving a lot and doing all that and telling me I'm doing a project. So was it about this school you've been saving all along?
Yes, I can say it was part of this school.
Tell us more about this school.
Because by then, I didn't have anyone to assist me.
Mm-hmm.
It was my own. It's something that I decided to do it on my own.
Okay.
So I tried to make sure that the school is really, strong.
Mm-hmm.
What I used to do is, I had 2 teachers, so I used to give some of the resources from my side, giving to the teachers and buying books. Then later on, there was a point when I started sharing it on Facebook, on YouTube. So a lot of friends of mine, they discovered that, and a lot of people, they discovered it. Then they started asking me how we can help you, Banonie.
Mm-hmm.
So little by little, some of them, they used to contribute, like buying iron sheet. Then some, they were promising me to buy like bags of cement. Then like that, slow by slow, now it's building up. And right now we are building 4 classes, which is 2 school blocks. That's now where we are. Yes.
So, as you said, you're building classes. You've been paying teachers. You've been having students coming to school and all this. And I believe the community is really changing, right?
Of course, the community is really changing.
How many schools in total do you have around your community? Let's say around your village, in your village in particular. How many schools do you have?
In my village, there's no school. I remember my grandfather a long time ago. He was trying to speak to the government officials to bring the school, and it was almost maybe 20 years ago. But until now, there was no school. So as I said, when I went there, I told them that no, I need to start something. I didn't know how it would be, but what I did is to use the small resources that I had. Then we just started with this nursery school, using the school block. That's how we started. But now, it's coming up. Now we are building primary school, and we have an aim to build hostels, which will be helping the girls in my village. Yeah.
Okay, Banonie, I've heard you talk about girls in Kenya. I hear people talking about the culture, which is very, very important to educate the culture. However, are we not leaving out the boy child in that regards? Do you have boys in your school?
Yeah, I have boys. My school is for boys and girls. But what I'm talking about is that there will be a certain level whereby girls' child, they need to be taken care.
That's correct.
Yes, that's why I'm saying when it go in near future we'll build these hostels.
Oh, that's
these hostels. It will be for pupils for standard 8 only. The pupils will be expecting to sit for their national exams.
Yes.
So national exams, they need proper preparation. So for girls, always at this age, they're always like vulnerable to the thing that I've said, early marriages. Sometimes we have the parents that will force them to do marriages. That's why I decided to come up with this idea that by this age they should be in boarding school, so that they will not be in contact with their parents or their guardians who can force them to get into early marriages.
Yeah, and also just to raise a point, in Africa I've noticed, not everywhere in Africa, but at times in the rural areas, we find that the girl child is made to work while the boy child has a free time playing outside, and the girl child doesn't have that much time to study, while the boy child can go study. After that, he can go have his time. I think that wouldn't you think that you should actually accommodate more girl children from as early as possible for the boarding school, or is it something that you're building as the time goes by? What's your plan on this?
That's what I'm building on. You know, these things, you have to start from grassroots level. And that's why I started with nursery school. And some people that were asking me, why are you starting with nursery school?
Yes, sir.
But what I wanted to do is, I'm starting everything from the grassroots level, so that when it goes like that, it will go in alignment to my plan that I have. Yeah, because this is a plan that I want. The thing that I'm telling you about the hostels is something that is not there, but it's on my plan. So my plan is start nursery school, then from there I'll go to primary school. Then when I get like enough support, because I'm sure there are a lot of people who are willing to support such kind of project. Yeah, so that's what I'm striving for. I want to do all this, but it's on my plan. Now I'm on level 2, which is primary school. Then from there, I'll go to hostel. From there, I'll see where I can go.
Okay, so in Malawi, we've been watching the Malawi news recently, and we've seen the Banonie Foundation has really gone, currently is really hitting even the headlines currently in Malawi. The reason for this is because of a young man who dedicated his very youth to him and his wife. When they before they got married, they dedicated their lives to helping people in the community, because they're helping children go back to school. They're helping the sick currently, because I've never seen a bicycle ambulance until I met Banonie, and really it's an effective thing. So if you wish to assist in this really great concept and foundation to help the children in Africa grow, please feel free to meet Banonie. What's your Twitter handle? What's your Facebook? What's your Instagram? What's your website?
We have the foundation page, which is Banonie Mwale Foundation. Once you try to Google down, you'll find it. It's on newspaper, and we have even Facebook, as I've said. So feel free. We have the contact there. We have email address, and we have mobile number, whereby you can be able to chat with my coordinator back in Africa. Yeah, that's it.
What's the email address? Would you remember it offhand, or it's on the page?
It's there on the page, but I still remember it. It's for myself, it's Banonie Mwale @gmail.com, and for the school, it's Nazareschool@gmail.com.
Great. And do you have a website, Mr. Banonie?
We are trying to launch a website, which is very soon is coming.
Okay,
but now I have just blog where you can get a lot of update of my foundation and what I'm doing back home.
Great. So the next stage, we want to hear not about the Banonie Mwale Foundation, but about the founder of the Banonie Mwale Foundation. So, Banonie, this time round I'll break the interview just a little bit. Tell us exactly about yourself as the founder, the brains behind the Banonie Mwale Foundation. I'm sure everybody would looking forward to. I mean, so many people across the world are hearing this. They're hearing it from Asia. They are hearing it from Africa, and we've got people who like to start from here and grow higher. They would like to start with something small and grow bigger. Tell us more about yourself, something that could inspire that young man who's looking forward to achieve their dreams in this exact line, and anybody who's looking forward to join as an assistant to, for example, to assist you in your growth as as the Banonie Mwale Foundation. Let's leave the foundation alone. Tell us more about yourself. What are you? What inspired you? What, as you're growing, did you grow up with this dream? Who inspired you exactly in your life?
I can say sometimes the challenge that you go through, sometimes they can determine what you want to be in your future. The challenge that you are going through, they can make you to be someone else. The challenge that you are going through, it can prepare you to be a great man or great woman or great person. So for me to come up with this idea is because of the challenges that I went through. So going through those challenges, I didn't want someone else to go through the same path that I went through. That's why I decided to come up with this idea. I'm just a simple man, as you can see. I was born in the village, and I was raised with my uncle. He got educated me to the point where I am. I know the story is too long, but that's the brief that I can give you for now.
Just give us a bit more. Please share more.
I can say my primary school was perfect. My secondary school was a bit tough because I had to go through a lot of challenges. I started my school, especially secondary school, in term 3, which many people they used to say it's impossible. But for me, I was like, no, I could not do otherwise, because I felt like I'm growing up and it's time for me to get what I want. So I started school too late, but I tried to work hard and be the best on my school. Yeah, that was in secondary school. And when I was in Form 3 also, I had some challenges. I had to be home for almost 2 terms. In other way, I can say 2 semesters. I had to be home without going to school because of some challenges. But I started home until it came the time of exams, and I did well. And I'm where I am now because I worked hard for that. Yeah, that's what I can say for now.
Great. So Banonie has never stopped there. He usually encourages me to continue with studies, and I'm sure you're continuing still with your studies. And for every person out there who's watching this, I'll tell you, Banonie is an example of a never say die. He's a die-hard, that's what I would say. So this has been a brief about the Banonie Mwale Foundation. And then what's the name of the nursery school and the primary school again?
The nursery school and primary school is known as Jenny Naylor.
Jenny Naylor.
Yeah, there's a story behind that.
Great. So in the next interview, we're going to be talking about the Jenny Naylor primary school and how it came about. But today we'll end at that, and we are really grateful to all our viewers for joining us for this amazing interview. So in case you have any questions for Banonie, just log on to Banonie Mwale. Banonie is Bravo Alpha November India. Mwale is Mama Whiskey Alpha Lima Echo. Exactly, I got it right. So Banonie Mwale, you can get him on Facebook. Once you get on his Facebook page, you'll be able to get all the other details. Feel free to write him. He's a very approachable person, and he'll give you more details about his foundation. And if you have a question as a young man or an old man or anybody out there about how you'd like to build your projects too, feel free to contact Banonie Mwale. Mr. Banonie, it's been a pleasure having you in the interview.
Pleasure too.
So this is Josh Cray from the Cray House Records, Banonie Mwale from the Banonie Mwale Foundation, and we do wish you a wonderful evening. Keep tuned in.